Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to our channel. So as you guys can see by the title of today's video, we're going to be talking to you guys about the recent drama that's been happening with that girl and her Doberman. Yeah, so that video dropped yesterday, and when me and Devontae, I didn't see it right away. I didn't see it till like the middle of the day, almost the end of the night, and we were super shocked. Like, yeah. I couldn't even watch the whole thing because I was like, what? Whoa, what's going on? Uh-oh.
I just have a really soft spot in general whenever it comes down to animals and the way that people treat their animals. So like, it kind of like irritates the F out of me whenever people like DM me, in a sense, kind of saying, oh, like how to raise my dog and what not to do with my dog, because I've been growing around. I've grown up with dogs, horses, animals of all sorts. My mom was a veterinarian, so like I know these things. All right, guys. So first and foremost, for those of you who have absolutely no idea who we're talking about or what we're talking about,
this is the girl right here. Basically, inside the video, it just shows her. What she did was she accidentally uploaded the wrong YouTube video. It was like an unedited version of some video that she was doing.
How do you do that to begin with?
Yeah, why was that video uploaded anyway?
Anisi asked me that, and then I'm thinking like, is she really so careless to the point where she can't like re-look at her video to make sure things are fine, or like, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so she basically uploaded the wrong video. It was an uncut version of the video that she wanted to post, and in that video you can see her spit on her dog, push her dog. She like holds him down at one point. She like, I don't know, she did a lot, and it's honestly, when I had first seen it, I was like, oh my gosh. Honestly, I really couldn't finish it the first time that I had seen it because it's a Doberman. I have a Doberman. Yeah. We have a Doberman. So it's like you can relate to that. Like,
yeah.
What if that was Sire?
In a way, it looked like Sire to me. So I was like, whoa, like what's she doing? No, but I was just like, oh my gosh, no. And like I stopped watching it, and then I waited till I got home, and I had asked Devontae if he had seen it, and he had said yeah. And then we saw it together, and I was like, oh my goodness, like.
So honestly, like this girl, okay, let me put my mind together, okay?
In the video, you can see that the girl, she gets really, really like frustrated with him for doing nothing. The dog literally was being a dog. Like, he did not do anything.
You know what? And this isn't me justifying her. I feel like she was so frustrated and fed up with the video, it wasn't going her way. Nothing was going her way.
Oh, you saw the full video?
Yeah. So, in the video, she's frustrated with how things aren't going her way, so she takes her frustration out on the dog. Like, she legitimately pushes the dog, she holds the dog down. And she goes to the furthest extent to where she follows the dog all the way past the bed. And like she's like yelling at the dog. Well, she's not yelling, she's like intimidating the dog, making it seem as if like she's ultimate alpha, you know what I mean? Like the dog needs to obey everything that she says.
If you guys don't know, a Doberman, they are very, very smart, like unbelievably smart. They're not humans, so obviously they can't comprehend every little thing. It's literally bred to protect its owner and to love you like any other dog.
And he likes being all up on you. Literally,
he's a huge dog. I feel like all huge dogs like that.
He likes being all up on us. Every time I take Sire to get his ears wrapped, because as you guys know, he had his ears cropped, He's always right here in the middle of the car, right next to me with his head on me. I'll post some pictures, whatever, but...
Even whenever we're driving to the park, that's like 15 minutes away from our house, Sire is literally, he's supposed to be in the back seat, and he'll literally be like up here on me by my area, and I'm like, oh my god.
Literally slobbering.
Yes, like slobber dripping on me and everything, but it's just because that's just how he is, and he just wants to be like lovey like that. This goes for anyone. Before you get a dog, make sure you know which dog that you want and do your research on the breed. If you don't do your research, you're gonna sign up for something that you don't want. Exactly. More than likely, that's what this girl did. And honestly, I feel like I don't want to like bash her or anything, because believe me, I know she's getting a lot of hate right now.
This girl needs to be bashed. In my point of view, I think that she doesn't need to be bashed. Like, no.
But listen, no one in their right mind is gonna treat an animal like that. The animal, I promise you, that Doberman can defend itself, and if it did, that Doberman can literally kill her. I have a daughter. I have a 4-year-old child, okay? And she gets on my nerves sometimes, all right? And I'm a mom, I can say that. But I will never hold her down and spit on her. Sire.
Oh yeah, and I forgot.
Yeah, Sire, he literally always, like, as soon as I go outside to feed him in the morning, or if Devontae does, literally he'll just go right up my butt, and I'm like, Sire, move. Like,
he just likes attention.
Exactly. I'm never gonna like grab him and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? He's a dog. He literally is just trying to like love you. And there's no other way to say it.
There are certain ways to discipline your dog. Now, the way that she's okay. Her dog is in training, as she said. Okay, there's 2 points that I do want to make.
No, she said her dog needs training.
He needs training, okay. That dog needs training. That dog looks a little bit older than Sire. That dog should have already had training, to be completely honest. That dog should have already had training from my point of view.
Sire.
On top of that, this girl, baby, this is a Doberman. And we had this argument, you know, when we first started getting into Dobermans, because like you didn't really know, but this dog needs a yard.
Yeah.
This girl is living inside of an apartment in LA. I'm not saying, I know this. I'm not saying not everyone in LA can have a Doberman, but I'm just saying that this Doberman is going to be hyper because he's probably more than likely not getting the exercise that he needs. In all honesty, I'm just going to come out and say that he's probably not getting the exercise that he needs, which is why he's so hyper. I think it's a boy. I'm pretty sure it's a boy, they said. So. There's certain ways to discipline your dog, and the way that she's disciplining her dog, yeah, her dog will be in check. Yeah. But it's not the proper check. Her dog will be in check by being afraid of her, and that's not okay.
And you can see, literally, there was a point where the dog had like walked up to her, and like she went like this, and the dog went like
exactly.
Like that's how you know that dog has been through some stuff.
Sire, come here. Sire, come. Watch. Let me point my finger at Sire. See if he flinches. Watch. No. He's not scared at all. He's not flinching. It's not even bothering him. This is how you know that he's well trained. He's just so puppy, oh my goodness, yes he is. Okay, and then let's go about like proper ways to discipline your dog. What's the proper way to discipline your dog rather than spitting on your dog and pushing your dog and holding your dog hostage?
So a way that we started training Sire when we first got him, Sire had this collar on him, and it's specifically, well, I think it's for Dobermans. When we ordered the collar, it has a Doberman on it, and we've seen a lot of people train their Dobermans with this collar specifically, and it works a lot. So basically, whenever Sire when he was younger, he had this thing where he would like to nibble on things, not attack you or bite you, but he would just go and like put his teeth on you, and he did that a lot to Juliet, and obviously that's not okay. So instead of like yelling at him or anything like that, what we did was there's a remote control to his collar, and you vibrate it, and if he's absolutely not listening, then it's called, okay, I don't want to say shock.
Okay. Now this is where you have to be very, very careful with what you say, because it's not a shock. It's you know that thing that I used for a muscle relaxer? Okay, another thing is, you know that, I don't know if you guys had this in your childhood, but it's a little gum thing, and when you pull it, they say it shocks you. It doesn't shock you. It just vibrates to the point where like it tingles.
So it's like a higher vibration basically, and so that's what we would do. Sometimes when we would take Sire to the park and off the leash, and we would be like trying to train him, other dogs would like walk past and
Very bad habit.
And Sire would like run over there, not because he wants to attack the dog, but because he wants to play. Like he sees another dog, he wants to play. And we would tell him like, no, Sire, come back, and he wouldn't listen. So we would press the shocker button, and then it would like get his attention, and he wouldn't cry or anything like that. He would get his attention, and he would come right back to us, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Like every single time, like they're absolutely not listening. You told them time and time again, and they're just not listening to you. But with other little things like him nibbling on things, or he doesn't have his collar on right now.
He grew out of it really quick. It corrected him so fast.
He hardly ever wears his collar now. Like earlier, he was trying to get something on the counter, and I said, Sire, no, and he already knew. Like, okay, no, like I'm not supposed to be touching that.
So the only reason why we still have the collar right now is because he barks a lot to protect the house, because a lot of people drive by, walk by. So I'll use the vibrate section, the vibrate. During the daytime, I really don't care, but at nighttime, morning time, it's kind of like...
Oh!
At nighttime...
Wait, I feel like he's trying to dance with me.
No, at nighttime and morning time, it's kind of like, you know, I'm caring about, you know, my neighbors and stuff like that. So, Sire, he's well trained. This is my first dog that I've owned myself and put my full training into. So, you know, I'm not a master or anything. I'm only speaking off of what worked for me. And right now, my discipline that works for me, say Julia is outside eating ice cream and Sire licks her ice cream. My discipline is not, oh no, bad dog, or like getting in his face, bad dog. Do not do that. That's the dumbest thing you could possibly do, because your dog's gonna be afraid of you.
If you guys see spots on Sire, it's because he likes to sleep under a tree that produces sap, and the sap falls on him. Yeah. So we need to go get him groomed
and also constantly. Also on his ears, he has dry glue. He has dry glue from his ears being wrapped. So
we're basically, I think we're giving up on wrapping his ears because one of them just isn't standing.
I'm telling you, he knows the through. Watch, Sire, sit. Sire, through. Good.
Okay, babe, we believe you now. Sorry about the living room, guys.
I just put him inside his kennel. If he's not listening,
he hates being in there because he knows he has a huge backyard to play in, so he doesn't like that.
Yeah. Now he really hasn't had any like major training sessions. I've honestly done everything myself. In all honesty, he has shown no signs of aggression whatsoever. Well, one time, but it was because he didn't know this AC guy that came to our house.
Yeah, and as soon as the guy walked outside this door, like Sire just like.
But these dogs are they're mainly protection dogs.
That's literally, hold on, let me put this down. So if you guys don't know, Sire is signed up to be my service dog. He's a registered service dog, and that's the biggest reason why we got him, is to protect me, but us.
Imagine where your anxiety would be if we didn't have Sire in the backyard and all this.
Yeah, so Sire, basically, like, if I were to go on a run, he comes with me. If I were to go to the store by myself, he'll come with me. Anything like that, Sire will come with me. And it's just for me to feel more protected, and he knows, like, Sire knows how to, like, I guess, protect us in a way. Yeah. Like Demonte said, anytime, like, somebody walks by the house, there's a car that drives by, anything, Sire is always like barking to let them know, like, oh, I'm back here.
Yeah, one of the biggest things that I also want to talk about with this girl is the way that she looked at her dog. Oh, yeah. Like, the way that she looked at her dog is in like complete, full 100% resentment. Yeah. Like that look in her eyes, like, I don't know.
And it's crazy though, to me, because you guys, before we got Sire, I watched this girl's videos. I watched her videos to see how Dobermans are with people, and I was like, oh my god, like they have such a good bond, like, and like I watched her videos before we got Sire, so it's crazy to me.
That's just one video that came out. She's obviously so used to treating her dog that way,
and her
like,
dog
she's
too.
used to that shit.
Her dog is like scared of her, and something that made me like not emotional, but it did make me feel like some type of way was I was telling Demonte that her dog, obviously it has nowhere to go. It can't just run away, and I mean it can, but it can't. Dobermans specifically, they will get attached to you, and they want you, they want to love you, they want to protect you. That they learn to be yours basically. And the way that she was treating her Doberman, and time after time, the Doberman literally just, after she pushed him, after she spit on him, after she did all that, the Doberman kept going by her. It just wanted to be by her, and she literally like just looked at it as if like she hated it. And like, homegirl, if you're watching this, I will take your Doberman if you don't want it. Like,
he needs a friend. That's what he
Sire needs a friend. If you want, like, we'll go to LA to pick him up. Like, literally, like, I don't know, but it just made me emotional because like dogs, all dogs, they don't understand. Like, they just they just love you. And so whenever a dog is mistreated, it doesn't know like why it's happening. All the dog is trying to do is just be a dog. So for her to continue to treat the dog like that is like, it's beyond me. Like, look,
PETA, they tweeted at her, dogs deserve respect. If you can't treat dogs with kindness and instead hit them, don't get one. Attention YouTube, please remove Brooke Houts from your platform.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just sad because the dog literally doesn't know what it's doing wrong, and it'll keep going back to her. It will keep going back to her because it wants that acceptance from her, and it just like so that's probably never.
That dog's gonna have trauma. That dog is legitimately gonna have trauma. If she gets rid of her dog and he goes to another owner, he's definitely gonna have trauma with that new owner. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And it's just honestly, it's just sad. Like that dog's gonna have post-traumatic. There's no saying how long.
She said that her dog is like. She said that her dog is like attached to her or something like that. Wants to be by her all day, 24/7 because I guess it had got attacked at a dog park, and so like it just wants to be like by her 24/7. Sire was never attacked, and he does not want to like.
No.
Regardless, it's just how he is.
That could be a sign.
But I'm saying if that did happen, which I'm not doubting that it did, but if it did happen, immediately you should have got that dog training
properly trained.
Exactly.
And she makes views on YouTube. She has the money. She has all the needs, necessities, financial wise to get her dog trained. So why isn't it trained? Why is your dog over a year old and not trained yet?
I think that her dog does need to be removed from her. I don't think it needs to be anywhere near her ever again. I want the dog. But I don't think that she deserves to like, because I know people are telling her really, really mean things. And honestly, like, okay, I'm not justifying what she did at all. But what I am saying is, you guys, this girl, she even said inside her apology that she's really stressed out. She has things going on. Cool beans. I don't care what you got going on. But you need to figure that out, and you need to go get help for yourself. Give your dog to a loving family and go spend the money that you should have spent on getting your dog trained on yourself for your mental health. Go get a therapist. Go get something. Like, I got a lot going on, girl. Like, my hair is falling out because of how much I stress and how bad my anxiety is. But I'm never gonna treat my daughter nor my dog that way.
Honestly, think of it like this. Someone adopts a child and they take their frustration out on the child. What do you think should happen to that adopted parent?
Obviously, yes, they need to go to jail for the rest of their life.
She doesn't need to technically go to jail for the rest of her life. I think that she should have everything stripped from her YouTube platform.
It's just, it could go a lot of ways, but I'm saying, like, no matter what happens, she keeps her channel, keeps her dog, whatever, please get help for yourself. That's all I want. I just want that dog to be okay.
People also DM'd us saying what's the proper way to train your dog? With a Doberman, not with a Chihuahua or any other dog, because I don't really have expertise in like Chihuahuas or Great Danes or, Dalmatians.
But we're not even really experts with our dog. We're still learning.
Okay, what works
from
for
what
me
we know
and what I've read. Someone in your household has to establish dominance within your dog. And it's the way that you establish dominance that really matters. You can establish dominance by beating your dog, but your dog's gonna be afraid of you 24/7.
The way that Devontae had said it earlier, how she had got up and went all the way around to her dog when she had wanted to like yell at her.
That's her, like standing over her dog. Yeah, she was like
standing over her dog.
Literally
like
degrading her dog.
Yeah, and like a dog, like I said, a dog is not a human, but it has feelings. Like that, I don't know. I just feel like that dog is like going through it right now if it's still with her.
I'm saying, I was telling Anicia, it's literally an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Now, all I'm gonna say is, imagine if that was one of you guys. Imagine if that was one of your dogs. What if you were helpless? What would you do? So that's all I'm gonna say. Whatever you guys decide to do is whatever you guys decide to do.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking of it in my perspective.
Look at our dog. Look, this is a Doberman just laying here.
He could be laying on the carpet, on the couch. He could have gone upstairs with Juliet. Instead, he's laying on the hard floor, protecting us.
So we just wanted to make this video just because a lot of you guys are DMing us because all of you guys know that we have a Doberman. So we wanted to make this video to let you guys know that that's not how you discipline your dog, but you guys already knew that.
Also, I gave Sire cake. This is on the 30th. What's today? There's people. Okay, tell them about just the one person. Okay, one person DM'd me, kind of yelling at me saying, "You're not supposed to give your dog chocolate." I understand that, okay? I didn't really look into red velvet cake. I didn't know that red velvet cake was chocolate in a way. I didn't know that, and that's all honesty. God, don't strike me down, okay? I didn't know. She was yelling at me. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with this, so I blocked her. She messages Anicia, yelling at her saying, you're not supposed to be giving your dog cake. We give Sire cake on the 30th. July 30th. It is August 8th. He is perfectly fine.
Basically, we just wanted to give you guys our input on it because we do have a Doberman, and
what's the moral of the story?
Our Doberman is very, very hyper and everything like that, so we just wanted to give our input on it. Moral of this story, moral of this video is don't get a dog if you're not right in the head. Well, I mean, I'm not right in the head.
Okay,
No, cut that out.
What I'm gonna say is, if you can't handle a child, don't get a dog. Okay, a little Chihuahua dog, maybe that's fine. A big dog like this, a Great Dane or a Doberman, do not get a dog if you cannot handle a child.
It is actually another kid, and I told Devontae this before we got him. I was like, having a big dog like that is gonna be like having another Juliet, if not worse. And he didn't believe me, and then he got checked real quick, couple months into having this dog. Yeah.
Baby, we have gone through it with Sire. In our apartment, we went through it. Poop on the carpets, stained on the carpets. Obviously, we cleaned it with the rug doctor that got
but multiple times. Oh, slobber all over my leg. There you go.
Pooping in his kennel.
Oh.
Pooping in the bathtub. You remember that? I tried to put him in the bathtub because, what was the reason that's why I put him in the bathtub overnight? We didn't have a kennel for him or something like that?
I think so. I forgot. I don't know. There was a reason.
There was a reason. Woke up that following morning, poop all over the bathtub.
There was multiple times where we would hear him, or Devontae would wake up to Sire crying at like 2:33 in the morning.
Yes.
And he'd be like, what the hell? And he'd get up, and I'd wake up because I'd hear Devontae up, and I'd come out and I'd be like, what is going on? And Devontae would be cleaning up Sire's poop, and it's all over the carpets and his kennel, it's all over him. Like, Sire has to get a bath, the kennel has to be washed, now the carpet has to be washed, like multiple
trash
times.
can smells like poop. I'm not gonna go out of the apartment downstairs, go all the way over to dump the trash, so we'd have to put the trash bag with poop outside our door. There was one time in particular, Sire pooped inside of his kennel. He's bigger during this time. I can't pick him up, so the only way is to let him out of his kennel, put him in the bathroom. There's poop stains all over the carpet, trail from his room to the bathroom, and Anicia comes out of the room. What the hell happened? Poop everywhere.
But that's not even the half of what we've been through with Sire.
I love this dog.
He's a handful, like we said, but it's what we signed up for. This is literally like I don't care about any of that.
I kind of forced you to sign up.
Yes, he did. That's not a lie. But I don't care about any of that. I would never trade Sire for anything. He's literally our son now. He doesn't care about any of this.
Look at him.
He's sleeping on the floor right now. But yeah, we would never trade him for anything. Again, Brooke, if you're watching this, if anybody knows Brooke and you can show her this, we will take your dog in. If you don't want it anymore, we will make that drive out there to get it.
Alright guys, so that pretty much concludes today's video. There's really nothing much more to say. Just treat your dogs with respect. In all honesty, dogs have feelings too. Trust me, dogs have feelings.
So if you guys haven't already, smash this video with a huge thumbs up. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also hit the little bell icon down below to get notified every single time we
post a new video.
And so for those of you who are new to this channel, or at least relatively new, my name's Anicia.
My name's Devontae.
Her name's Juliet.
His name's Sire. Well trained. He lives a good life. Healthy lifestyle.
And this is the life.
And this is the Life of Us vlogs, where every day it's more. Oh, look, Sire, he just needs to be in the outro.
Sire boy, drop it, Sire boy, drop it. Where every day it's more bullshit.